Hello, welcome to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. I am your host, Francy Hall, and today we have joining us, of course, our Owatonna City Manager, Kris Busse, and we'll be introducing you to the two wonderful people in our community who won the title Senior Citizen Volunteer of the Year. We'll be sharing them with you in a moment. We won't tell you who they are yet. It is actually Friday, and that means it's time to thank those people who make this show possible, and those are our sponsors. So with no further ado, we would definitely like to thank our premier sponsors, City of Owatonna, Express Employment Professionals, Owatonna Public Utilities, and the Steele County Free Fair. Our primary sponsors are Amy Swain Hearing Centers, Brookdale Senior Living Solutions, Little Theater of Owatonna, and the Owatonna Foundation. Our interlude sponsors are Abraham Consulting Technologies, Bremer Bank, Brenda Bednar Mortgage Office, that's always a tongue twister, Glenn Mager and Michael Mager of the Brick Mager Funeral Home and Medford Funeral Home, Carlson Branstad and Company CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Fairview Animal Medical Center, Horizon Eye Care, Clancher & Sons Landscaping and Concrete, the Owatonna Business Incubator, Snap Fitness, Steele County Historical Society, Steele County Transitional Housing, the Third Hand Video Productions, and TPS Insurance. And one more time, I just want to say, Brenda Bednar Mortgage Office, so I can say it right. Thank you so much. And please stick with us. We will be right back after a word from our sponsors with Kris Busse.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Rick Smith, Golf Course Superintendent of the Brooktree Golf Course. Brooktree is an 18-hole championship golf course featuring well-manicured greens, tees, and fairways. We are open to the public. I challenge you to find a better maintained golf course for the money we charge here at Brooktree. Come on out and play Brooktree, a great golf course.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back. Kris Busse has joined us, and we are going to be hearing about all things City of Owatonna.
Yes.
And so, Kris, welcome again.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you here.
It's always great to be here. I thought we would focus today, our little segment, on our Human Rights Commission.
Great.
We have what I think is a really neat thing coming up. The Human Rights Commission, in conjunction with the Steele County Immigrant Resource Center and the Islamic Resource Group, is bringing an exhibit called Tracks in the Snow, the Minnesota Muslim Experience since 1880.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's it'll be a great experience for our community. And a lot of people think that Minnesota Muslims are just come from one area, but
sure. And then it's new,
right?
Yeah, but 1880, that says it all. Yeah.
Yeah, and so they come from a diverse cultural and ethnic backgrounds, just like we do. And this exhibit provides a unique perspective about that community that's little known and widely misunderstood.
Widely misunderstood, absolutely.
And so I think I have, since I couldn't bring anybody with me, I have to have some kind of visual aid, so you don't have to look at me the whole time.
Oh, come on! But this is a great poster.
It's a great.
Is that was do that again?
Yes. Yeah. Well, So here, I'll put this in front of my face so you don't have to look at me.
Kris, come on.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, tell us more about this.
Well, the exhibition is going to start in September. It'll be at the Art Center, of course. And it starts September 6th through the 27th.
Okay.
And they feature information and backgrounds on 25 individuals. And there's also a community reception on Sunday, September 13th.
13th, okay.
13th. At the Art Center from 1 to 4. This is also free. And, I think we all are afraid of things that we don't know, and we have misconceptions, misperceptions, and, this is really, when you go through this exhibit and what they hope to, gain by this is to just gain that understanding, gain that knowledge about, there's a variety of people and backgrounds. They're bakers, they're doctors, they're lawyers, they're involved in all kinds of community events, and they're just like us.
Sure.
They just have a different religion, and so I think this will be very informative, and hopefully open up some, I don't know, some new ways of thinking about Muslims, and we have more in common than we do difference.
Absolutely. Well, we're all people, and the Muslim religion and the Christian religion, which predominates, I think, probably Minnesota, they've got very strong similarities too. So it'll be
exactly.
good to see that. Is it just a visual experience, or is there also some other?
I think part of the reception will have some oral or some, presentations in that. But it's mostly a visual exhibit with information about each one, and it's really fascinating when you dive deep into, individual experiences, where their backgrounds, where they come from, how they, their approach to, choosing to live here in Minnesota. Many of them, picked Minnesota, and, they're very proud of Minnesota and to be a Minnesotan. So, I think it's going to be a great exhibition. And it was at the state capitol before coming to Owatonna. It was at the Walker Art Center. It was at the Minneapolis Institute of Art. So this has been, this is a very well done exhibit. It's been all over. So
It's a world-class exhibit that we get to have right here in our community. To learn more about people who learn about other Minnesotans who are here.
Exactly.
And do you know, so it says since 1880, the Muslim experience since 1880. So I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of a timeline or history involved
exactly.
in this. Yeah.
And since, we learned about this through, actually, Sylvan from the Art Center had brought this idea to the Human Rights Commission, which we were very excited about. And we don't know a lot of details about, other than it's just a general description of individuals, and I'm assuming they're going to have some of that history.
Sure.
Because, most of us think, oh, they're new to Minnesota, but no, they've been here a long time.
They've been here longer than me.
Yeah, exactly. So,
wow.
So it should be very
Well,
interesting.
thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't realize that, so are you a part of the Human Rights Center? Are you
Well, I serve as a staff member to
Okay.
The Human Rights Commission. So, we help them out, and I'm just kind of their liaison with the council, and we have a very good, and I should list off our members. We're very active, and they're trying to get a higher profile in the community.
Sure.
Mark Krug is our chairman. Fred Ventura is our vice chair. John Warden, Laura Mendez, Ibrahim Hussein, Cindy Halverson, and Brianna Lesnow are all members of our Human Rights Commission. And they're looking for different ways to, engage in that conversation. And one idea we had at our last meeting, I thought came from John Warden, was a very good one. He's suggesting that we look at an opportunity to have a multicultural mural on, some city-owned property.
I love that idea.
Isn't that a great idea? You could have people
Make it so.
Yeah.
Right.
So we have to find the right location, and
Sure.
you can involve people in making the mural, or we
Yes.
could, have someone do it. So there's a lot of possibilities for this kind of a hands-on kind of experience. So
I like that idea a
yeah,
lot.
that's the newest thing hot off the press for Human Rights Commission.
Hot off the press. Well, and we've
heard it
got
here
plenty
first.
of places that could be
Oh,
beautified.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So-
and there's grant opportunities for paint, and
Sure.
I know a lot of communities look at painting murals as kind of a way to combat the vandalism and the defacing. If you put a mural there, then generally people leave it alone.
Yeah.
So
We don't have a lot of that, do we? The
we
defacing.
we have some.
We have some.
Yeah.
We're a small community. We have very little.
We have
Right.
tagging.
Tagging.
Yes,
They still tag.
I guess.
Now, what else is going on that you would like us to know about?
Well, I should also highlight for our viewing audience that we meet monthly at the second floor of the administration building at 5:30. So if you ever have any concerns or questions you want to bring forth, that's where we are. It's always posted in our meeting notices because it's a public meeting.
The
We
Human Rights Commission meeting we're talking about.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. And we have an email address in case you don't feel comfortable, face to face. Maybe you want to just send an email.
So you're saying
about
there's
something.
people who may have issues
Yep.
that they would like the Human Rights Commission to address?
To be aware
and
of,
we should,
or-
okay,
Yep.
what is the email that they could call?
It is. I'm glad you
use.
asked. The email they can use is hrc@ci.owatonna.mn.us. So
Okay.
Human Rights Commission at ci.owatonna.mn.us.
Okay. Or just go to the city website and find it,
Or you could do
probably.
that too.
Yeah.
it kind
so-
of rolls off the tongue, right?
It
It's
rolls
one of
right
those
off the tongue.
long, one of those long things that we do.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm really glad to hear about that. I actually saw one of those posters. I think it was in the kitchen downtown.
Oh, yes. Yep.
And I said, I need to know more about that.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, and here you are talking about
And
it.
here we
It's
are.
serendipity.
Yeah, we want to make sure that people get to it. And I know that the Art Center is, and we're very excited about it too. Of course, they're working on the new addition entrance
yes.
to the Art Center, but it is still open.
It's still
So-
open. We just have to go through the front doors of the
Right.
city office, right?
Yes. So just, don't let that stop you. Don't think that things are shut down, because they're not. It's
Sure.
just a little busier around there.
It's an opportunity to traipse through the city offices and say hi to people.
Oh, exactly. And we're always
That's
there,
right.
welcoming and
Great.
wanting to have you.
What else is going on in the city that you would like us to know about? Anything in particular? We've only got a short
well,
time left.
yeah, we're starting our budget process, of course, and that's always, department heads and I, we begin in June by putting it all together. And now we're at the point where we're having study sessions with the council every week now until we adopt, basically, in December. So we're going to take
Adopt your budget.
Right.
Okay.
So we take department by department, do an in-depth review with the council where they can ask questions and do whatever. And so we're right in the middle of that budget
Any kind
season.
of budget crunch that we need to know about?
Well, we always try and be very conservative with our budget, and only, we don't want to hit the taxpayer with more than what we need, and that's what we've historically been doing, and trying to keep a lid on it and just ask for what we need.
Sure. We do so much.
Well, we try to.
appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks for being here, Kris.
Yes, you're
Appreciate
welcome.
it. It's always good to see you.
Yes, it's
And
always
it's good
good to be
have
here.
you see us. So thanks for watching. Come back and join us for, we're going to introduce you to the Senior Citizen Volunteers of the Year. Stay with us after a word from our sponsors.
Hi, my name is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance. We're here to handle all your insurance needs. We are a very proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Hi, this is Doug Johnson at the Owatonna Business Incubator, a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show. We'd like to welcome you to the incubator. If you're a small business, whether you're existing or a startup, we can help you with office space, manufacturing or warehouse, and free confidential counseling.
Welcome back. We are joined now by the Steele County Senior Citizen Volunteers of the Year, so we can present them to you now. We have Eunice Meixner and Tom Bonacci. Welcome.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And so, obviously, we now know your names, but maybe we could just meet a little bit more about you, let the folks know a little bit. So, Eunice, how long have you been in Steele County?
Since 1959.
1959. And how about you, Tom?
Since 1998.
1998. Oh, there's like, about a 40-year difference there.
Yeah.
And so tell me a little bit about this award. Do you know what goes into receiving this award? How do they choose you?
Somebody nominates you.
Okay.
And
Right, and the person who nominates you will ask you for a list of your of the different areas where you volunteer.
So you had an inkling that you were being nominated. Somebody
Right.
said to you, "I'm going to nominate." What did you say to? Who was it that nominated you, Eunice?
Well, a couple of years ago, some people nominated me, and I was so glad that I wasn't chosen because I didn't really want that honor.
Oh,
and this year,
goodness.
then I got nominated again, and I told Bruce Kubicek when he called, I told him I'd rather get my recognition in the next world rather than this world.
Oh.
And he talked me into taking some recognition in this world too. So I
Sure.
said, okay.
Absolutely, because when people learn about this recognition, they also learn about the fact that there are so many volunteer things that you can do. So it's kind of like being a role model, isn't it? So how did you feel then when he convinced you? You said, "All right."
Well, it's kind of humbling.
It's
I didn't really need the recognition. I think I get the joy just from doing it. You get joy just by bringing joy into other people's lives, I feel.
I agree. I think volunteering has so many rewards. How about you, Tom? Who nominated you?
Ann Peterson.
Ann Peterson.
And Ann's been on this program several times. In fact, I think she's going to be on the program
Coming
again
up.
on Lighting the Path. And she asked me if I would do it, and I had been approached before too, and I was rather hesitant, but this time I decided to do it. She asked me if I was old enough, and I had to agree that I was.
Oh, that's okay. So maybe that's why you said, "I don't want to do it. I'm not a senior citizen." But really, I mean, that just says a lot about the people who win this award. You two in particular, you're humble. You don't do this for any kind of recognition.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Well, like we mentioned at the ceremony itself, that we're really accepting this on behalf of all the senior citizens of Steele County who do not get recognized and who do so much. I don't care what kind of an activity you get involved in, you see seniors involved, and about every senior I know, unless they're physically unable to do it, are volunteering somewhere.
Absolutely.
It's just remarkable what this town does with their seniors.
Yes.
And you meet wonderful people, fellow volunteers. You
Sure.
meet so you're kind of like a family in every organization that you volunteer for. Just wonderful people in this community who are
There
volunteers.
are so many benefits to volunteering, not
Oh,
only to the
absolutely.
community and the people who you're helping, but to the volunteers as well. And I know for a fact, having done some volunteer coordination and recruitment, if you want something done, so when you retire, look out, people, because you will get more busy. It is not that you have nothing to do. In fact, everybody will say, "You're retired. Will you help with this organization and that?" How many organizations, Eunice, do you volunteer for?
Well, I have been involved with the former Rainbow Residence, which now is called the Cedardale Care Center, where they have handicapped, mentally and or physically handicapped people. I've been involved with a small religious ministry with them since the 1980s, and that's one of the reasons I have Sonny.
Let's introduce. I'm sorry, we neglected to introduce our other guests on the show. Eunice, who are these guests?
Well, this is Sonny, and when I found out I was going to have more responsibility at Rainbow, or the former Rainbow, my husband and I were at Branson one time, and during their intermission, I went out to their tourist trap, and I found Sonny, and I thought, oh, she will help me with this religious ministry. So I started bringing her there. And then when I found out I could talk without moving my lips, I started taking her to the kitchen band, which I'm the director of in Faribault. And so she helps me sing some songs, and we go to various nursing homes and other organizations and entertain. So this is Sonny.
Hi, Sonny. Sonny,
Hello.
hello. What is your favorite song to sing, Sonny?
I like the bubble song. She likes the bubble song.
The bubble song.
Yes, And she also likes, what else do you like? I like the doodly-doo song. Oh, she likes the doodly-doo. She likes to do the doodles and the doodly-doo song.
The doodles and the doodly-doo
But I have
song.
to bribe her to sing with me because she's a bit shy.
Well, how do you bribe her?
With candy.
Oh, my goodness.
And then I tell her, don't you know candy rots your teeth? And she says, I don't have any.
Oh, no. You know why you don't have any? Because you ate too much candy. Now, can you introduce this puppet here?
Well, I'll introduce. This is George.
Hi, George. Oh, George is cute. He looked a little sleepy when he was sitting on the chair. Hi, George. How are you?
Hi, Francy.
You look like a senior citizen as well.
You're gorgeous.
Oh, my goodness.
I should tell you that
He's a flirt.
And he goes around the nursing homes and different places, and he flirts with all the ladies.
Oh, my God.
And when he was at Assisi Heights in June, he was flirting with the nuns. And he flirted with this one nun, and she grabbed him by the face, and she gave him this big kiss on the lips.
Uh-oh.
Weren't you surprised? I loved it. Oh, you. Well, anyway.
How did you get the lipstick off of your mustache?
Nuns don't wear lipstick.
No, they don't. Okay, well that helps. That helps a lot. Well, so what other? So you volunteer with your puppets. Do they accompany all of your volunteer activities?
No, not all of them. No.
Okay.
Just the fun ones. The extra fun ones.
The extra fun ones. Okay. And how about you, Tom? What are some of the organizations that you volunteer for?
Well, I had to make a little cheat sheet here.
You have so many. He had to write.
No,
I see
not
the list.
really.
There is a long list. This is a short show.
Okay,
so.
no. I volunteer at the State School Orphanage right here on the grounds of West Hills. I'm a board member and I oversee C11 and I'm the lead volunteer, so I do the training there.
C11 is one of the rooms
One
there?
of the cottages.
Okay, cottages.
I'm at Homestead Hospice. I'm a board member on the Building and Grounds Board, and I work the grounds and plant trees, shrubs, and I also work on the memory path. And along with hospice, I'm on the task force of the Star of Hope, which is a program we have every December, an annual event. Hospitality House, the Home for Men. I was a past board member of that, and I pick up bakery items every Sunday morning at 7 o'clock and take them over to the house.
Oh, wonderful.
And then with the Elks Lodge, I'm the blood drive coordinator, and I work with the Red Cross, and I recruit members to help to set up and take down the necessary equipment for the blood drives. I'm a past director of the DFL, on the DFL Executive Board. I work at the Steele County Free Fair.
Okay.
And
he's turning it over.
Sorry about that.
No, this
and
is
I've
good.
worked on the Relay for Life and Toys for Tots in the past.
Oh, my
And you're involved in
goodness.
church activities too, aren't you, like I am?
Yes. I'm a member of Sacred Heart, and I'm on the greeting committee. So.
Oh my goodness. You see,
Try to
people,
stay
when
out
you
of trouble.
retire, look out because life gets way more busy. That's wonderful. And so you were honored because of all of this volunteerism. In what way were you honored?
Well, we were given a nice plaque, and I'm involved in a few other things too, like Birthright, and I'm in the funeral choir at church and the regular choir at church. And
She's got a list here too.
I had to see that a blind man gets to go to church on Sunday.
Oh, wonderful.
And I'm going to be president now of the Steele County Home Economics Association this year. And what else? Let's see. Oh, I do take some people grocery shopping, and if they need a ride to the doctor, I'm glad to. If I'm available, I'm glad to take them to the doctor in Rochester or here.
That's a lot of driving. Is that?
I like to drive, and I like to buy groceries, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's fun. Do you do that just yourself, or do you work for a particular nonprofit?
Just on my own. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Don't call her though for rides personally.
If I'm available to take someone to Rochester, I'm glad to. I have spent plenty of time over there with my daughter and my husband who needed to be there. So.
Wow. Well, wonderful. You know, what would you say to people who are thinking about volunteering? Is there any pearl of wisdom that you would give them before they start volunteering?
Find an organization that they're interested in, that they have some really deep feelings for, and just get busy and look into it. The schools are looking for volunteers. You can find volunteers in the churches. It's there. It's everywhere. Any place you want to volunteer.
So find something you're passionate about.
Right.
Yes.
And I look for volunteers in several areas, so if they have a problem, they can contact me.
Clearly you both have a lot of passions because you are involved in so much, but that is really important, isn't it? Because you will be called upon to do things quite often, and you better enjoy doing it, right? Now you're both obviously retired.
Yes.
Correct?
Right.
Okay. All right. And how else do you spend your time when you're not at, all of these volunteer activities?
Well, I like to dance, and I like to play cards, and I like to do crafts, and I like to cook.
And you like to cook. And did you say dance?
Oh, yes.
What kind of dancing?
Oh, mostly old time.
Old time dancing. Do you do, oh my gosh, what's it called? Like dozy-do? Why can't I remember that?
Square dancing.
Square dancing.
And at the nursing home, we put on a chicken mask and we do the chicken dance for the people. And
You put a chicken mask on? Oh my gosh. We'd like to see that. Do you have it with you? No. And we should have asked about that. What about you, Tom? What do you do in your spare time? Spare time.
Spare time.
Use that term loosely.
Well, I live alone, so I take care of my home, and I also have a friend whose home I take care of, do all the yard work. I like to read and just get involved. I try to help as many people as I can.
He's a good guy.
He is. You're both
just
good people. Good people. And these are good people, too.
Yes. And by the way, this is Henry.
Henry?
Yes.
Where have you been hiding, Henry?
Down
Hi, Henry.
here.
How are you?
Fine.
Hi, you're fine. You're pretty cute.
Do you know what Henry does?
No,
When
he
we're
doesn't
out-
comb his hair.
Yeah, he's from Germany. And when we're out and entertaining at the
Yes.
nursing homes and so forth, he likes to give candy bars to everybody. So he brought one for you, too.
You brought me a candy bar. Thank you, Henry.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Do you want me to share it with you later?
You want to,
Oh,
Tom?
well, thank you. Thank you.
Leanne, I'll split this with you.
Okay.
Real quick, I was not. I'm not privy to everything that happens with this award. Do you go on to some other place for this? Is there another award cycle, or is this the buck stops at Steele County?
No, we'll be going to the State Fair on the 3rd of September.
Okay, so you may be at the state fair. All right.
And we'll be in competition.
Rather than
We're in
the counties.
competition. And it was a number of years ago, I think about 15 years ago, where we did have a winner from Steele County that won the
Wonderful.
statewide.
All right, well, maybe
Daryl Hill.
Daryl Hill, maybe
Yes.
it'll happen again. Thank you so much for joining
Oh.
us. We really appreciate it. And
You're
thank you
most
for all that
welcome.
you do in our community, Eunice and
thank
Tom.
you.
And you guys, all right, thank you for joining us. Please stay with us. We'll be right back for our community announcements.
Hi, Warren Abraham, Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress.
Making life a little easier day after day. Taking pride in our community, listening to what you say. A voice you can talk to. We're growing with you. With you in mind in everything we do.
Owatonna Public Utilities.
Welcome back. It is time for our community announcements because we are your community connection. We want you to know that the Steele County Clothesline is looking for volunteers to help sort clothes, take donations, and work in the store. They were on recently and they were telling us about their hours could be increased if they had more volunteers. So if you're interested at all, contact the Clothesline at 451-2550. Little Theater of Owatonna is celebrating their 50th anniversary, and the Historical Society is doing something that's called Share Your LTO Story. So if you have been involved with the Little Theater of Owatonna at any point in the last 50 years and you have a story to share, please contact them. You can email them at info@littletheaterofowatonna.org. Also, this is the last day, this Friday, tonight at 9 o'clock is the last movie in the park in Central Park, starting at 9 o'clock. The movie's Big Hero 6. This coming weekend, Saturday, August 29th, at 7:30 p.m. is the John Klatt, he's the aerobatics guy who's out of Degner Airport, public open house and 5K run. So if you're interested at all in running on the runway, all of the proceeds for this will benefit the American Legion and the Veterans the Veterans of Foreign Wars, VFW, for local veterans. And you can contact them at, looks like, johnclattairshows.com. You can register online for that. The following day, Sunday, August 30th, is the Owatonna Degner Airport Fly-In, Drive-In Breakfast. And that breakfast is $6 in advance or $7 at the door. Kids age 5 and under eat free. And all the proceeds benefit the Civil Air Patrol. You'll be able to see warbirds who might be flying in, static aircraft displays. You can sign up for airplane rides, lots of fun. So thank you so much for joining us today. We hope that you will join us next week for more shows. We are your community connection. We hope to see you then.